How about friends? Welcome to a new video from SUNDERTAKER, Captain SUAREZ. You know, in the end, it seems he didn't die. Like, well, the other day we saw in the stream that Dina threw me. She knocked me down in the stream. I don't know if it was the fact, but well, there he is. There, but you saw there was the dean who was going to come out. It seems that even they were embarrassed to remove the dean, and they put Galvin and Mitsugi rehashed from, if I remember correctly, February. Again, it's the continuation of the bot, the sabbatical bot that Dina is leaving. But, well, you can still log into the game. It's still alive. And here in this video, we go with the ideas to save the game. All right, friends, if we start with everything, thank you all for the support. Captain SUAREZ, who is still alive, struggling there in agony, but alive. I wrote down some ideas to save the game. Let's see if we can dub this with AI for English for people to get it to Dina's people and for there to be some kind of hope for the game. Well, to start, the utmost importance, formations have to be there. If you look here, they already have them. It doesn't matter if bugs come out, we'll fix it later, Dina. But you have to get formations. Otherwise, this doesn't make sense. Let's see here. In order to check if there's any kind of formation already there at the beginning of Burning Path, which was added in February, if I remember correctly, that's when they started to abandon the game, in my opinion. Anyway, let's wait for it to load and move on to this key tip, which is formations. If you don't add formations, Dina, there's no way to rescue the game. Besides a card, a secret weapon they might have with a player who can save the game, and it would be epic if they do it. I started playing Dream Team for a bit yesterday. I really admire the variety of game modes it has. It's already a 7-year-old game, obviously advanced, but if Dina doesn't do something with this, the game won't even make it to the end of the year. Just turned the day after tomorrow on June 5th, it would have been the first anniversary, Dina's anniversary semester. And nothing, there's nothing. Well, no, this formation is already burned out. Stop, I want to go further back because now I'm going to cut and keep going. Well, let's see if it loads here. Any of the Burning Road formations, which is total. They put it in January, stretching the Burning Road, and they never touched it again. Well, it's another one of the modes that you have to update, Dina, to have a little more entertainment in the game. Let's see if the formation loads. Wait, let's see. No, the same old thing. Well, it doesn't matter. The thing is, I can't show you other formations right now because Green Sonata removed it because of the bot they leave. So in Green Sonata, you could clearly see other types of formations, 422, 352, and all those types of formations that are in some of these burning paths. I remember it was there, but I can't exactly remember which one. No, I can't see it. I can't see it here, but they already have them. So we definitely have to enable that. The topic of training, because otherwise there'll be no way. Let's go with the banners. Banners for me aren't too bad, not too bad. Hugs to the people who apply. The topic is the following, which I think is a 10-day banner. It gives you time to gather if it's an extremely generous game, but my idea would be if there are 3 banners per month. That is, 1 banner every 10 days, obviously release a new gold, a powerful new gold each month, the next one a new red, and the next one a rehash in this order. Gold, new red, new rehash, and so on. They'll adjust it, of course, as they wish, as it pleases them, but I think that'd be a good way. It's not that far from what they do today, but yes, because of this bot that gives you the repeated pull of February back, it's not here, it's not there, there's no one. SUASA isn't there, Gensen, and here there's no gold to see it. But if you put gold, it's not there either. There's no one. It's not there. This old banner is a copy-paste of the old one, so there's no point losing on this side. I think 1 new gold banner per month would be ideal since it's every 10 days. As I say, a second new red banner and a 3rd rehashed banner, that seems like an ideal timing. We definitely need to add ESR players. We must add ESR players that aren't too overpowered, obviously, but they should be usable. For example, Sonata, Isawa, Taki, Oda, Takeshi are still used, as well as Inishio, Narita. More ESR players could be international ESR players from high school. No problem with Sorimachi, no problem for people who are starting to play. Or if you want to complement your team with some ESR players. But there should be new ones. There should be new ones if you want to fill in with ESR players too. Why do I say this? Because the people who are buying silver boots, look at the amount that's left. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. 224, I missed out on buying thousands. I could have 500 boots. Essentially then, it goes hand in hand with this to include a trade-in of silver boots for gold ones. I mean, I calculate that the ratio would be 30 silver boots to 1 gold boot. I don't think that would be bad at all. If you want 50, well, 50, whatever. But it seems to me we should include a trade-in of silver boots for gold boots, especially since there is no SR. Now, if you're going to include SR, well, the silver boots will do you good. As they stand now, they are absolutely useless. Just like you can use a gold boot and SR, it would be nice if you could trade in 20, 30, or 50 silver boots for a gold one. That would be very interesting. Another thing, the shard exchange shop that never came. They said it was coming. We already talked about March. It didn't show up. This is crazy. 500 particles of this Misaki, 300 of secondary soda. I already have more than enough of Galvin, of Soda U16, more than enough of Tachibana, of Zawada. There are plenty of them. There are 180 left over from TSUBASA. Here, even from Genso, I don't even have it. In other words, you have too many. I have 6 left from Huba, 4 from TSUBASA. This is crazy, and there are a lot of them that I haven't changed yet. Look at all the amount that is here. They need to put it in the exchange shop. They need to update these books clearly. Clearly, these books need to be updated. They can't continue with Nishizaki, Zawada. So far, so good. More or less Torino and Galvin. Okay, but they should add more players here. Now it's time for Ferrari to show up. Gino has to appear in the Golden Book now. It's time for Cals to show up. I think Cals was there. It should show up. I don't know. Maybe Dean. In other words, there are things that need to be worked on. Otherwise, it is impossible. You have to change the shop without a doubt, as I said. Without a doubt. They have to change the shop. Also, Rancia came up again. Look, I went to the shop, I didn't buy anything, and it says 0 golden boots already. I mean, this is all bugged. You need to update these files. You have to update them. They need to add more players here, more forwards. It can't be that you keep giving a Tachibana on this side, or a Masao, or a Kazuo. Here, I'll continue to teach Soda, Shido, and Urabe from high school. This needs to be updated 1 time per month. Done. 1 time per month, you know that this store is going to be updated, and that's it. Here's also Suwaza and Hua. Well, you need to add next month. You need to add Napoleon and Gino, for example. Here's Genshu and Cals. Until Cals came out, this was fine. Well, I'll need to add Dean and Pierre here. This has to be updated 1 time per month. 1 time per month because the season changes. Then you have to update it. You have to update it without fail. Well, I'm going to the guide because if I don't, I'm going to get lost. Well, they're going to give red and then refried in that order. In my opinion, we've already seen Burning Road. Well, story mode. The only story mode that's here, and so that the whole thing doesn't move. The only story mode that there is here is Champion's Path. This was done on the 1st or 2nd day of the game, or perhaps the 1st week. So 12 chapters of story mode seem extremely low to me. Very low. The mode is good. I like it. It's interesting that you play the story and play with your team. Very good. But instead of 12 chapters, add 12 more per month. At least. Per month. At least. At least. It should be per week, but hey, per month. All you have to do is copy and paste the equipment and make it a little more difficult. So that you have to raise and level up your players. So that you have to have them in S+ or in S for you to make use of it. So that you have to have them in double S already with the chapters. I mean, a story mode has to have, because otherwise it loses all meaning. I'm guided by this, and I'm making this video because yesterday I played a little bit of Dream Team and I saw how many modes it has. A 7-year-old game, I bought one 6 months ago. But it's not going to arrive, then it's not going to arrive, well, aesthetically. T-shirts rewards from the store, in other words, T-shirts. You know that in the All-Star game, the jerseys are there. It's just that the jerseys are there. I don't understand. Here's the one from France. I mean, here's the one from Uruguay. In midfield, you also have Pierre's. It would be epic if we could play. The one from Galvin, the one from Argentina, the one from France, and from Ferre. It would be epic if we could play with the original national team jerseys. Or that they're not originals, but put on an Argentina, France, Uruguay jersey, it doesn't matter. Or high school, Lankaksu, Furano, Tojo, whatever. So you can put on your team, not these awful t-shirts, because they are really awful. That you put here that are horrific. Here, if you want to maintain this, well, maintain it. I would add good t-shirts here. Now, if you want to make it a bit more difficult, well, as a reward, if you end up in Legend, a high school team's jersey per month costs you absolutely nothing. Meaning here in the rewards you add for Legends, if you want from the top 1 to the top 10, then people are going to kill themselves to win and be top 1 to the top 10, and the competitive is going to enter there. Here, add a t-shirt of Tojo, Furano, Hiroshi, Sused, whatever. A jersey here for the top 10, if you want. So it's not so... Not 100, but the first of the people are going to start competing to win the jersey more than the tickets. Why would I want to win a ticket to throw away the Ferrari now, or to throw away the new Vagabond that I already have? No, so he added a top 10 jersey here to make it harder. There are games that make it a little more difficult for me, so put a t-shirt on it. If you want to get the tickets, get them, because the game has to make money. And how to make money? Loading balls to buy tickets, to do missions. The game began to fail when they took that out, that you could rebuy. It began to fail when they took out the tournaments that went into this horrible tournament mode where absolutely everyone's going to win everything. So it doesn't make sense. And those little dots they give you for those crappy stale t-shirts they put in stores are awful, so no one competes. I do the 6,500 points here, I do the 3,500 here. I don't even play this one. I mean, I'm not interested. I'm really not interested. Now, if you put the same tournament on before for the golden boot and some shirt, people would start playing again. It's like that. I don't understand how they don't get it. No, at least they prove it. They dropped that tournament and the game went into an absolute tailspin. Another thing, I'm going to the club championship. Totally, I mean, without a doubt, these clubs are just messing around. This background here is appalling. Still fixed. There's not a player, nothing. There's a glass with 4 t-shirts hanging on it. Horrible. You have to change this. Frightful. And if you go to the club, I don't know if there's a limit to this. We're going to have 1,500 people here, and people are disconnecting. In other words, you have to give the club a lot more importance. I don't know why. From the server, you have to look at the club rankings as well, because if not, why would I want to raise the level of the club? Nothing. I want to see Manaus in the top 10 at least. I think we'd clearly be in the server's top 10 because of our level, the number of players, and the quality of our players. So you need to make a background for this, a wallpaper, whatever you want to call it, animated, with Sanahe presenting, with TSUBASA, with Hyuga, with Napoleon, with whoever you want. You have to move something here and set up weekly tournaments, at least weekly club tournaments. Otherwise, the club stops making any kind of sense. Okay, players with voices. I signed up for that. Well, clearly. I mean, since you'll be releasing 1 new gold player and 1 red player every month, they need to have voices. It can't be so that Pierre comes out with no voice, completely mute, and Victorino comes out with Taki's voice. Even if it's just a random voice. No one's asking you to go pay the original TSUBASA voice actor, who already has it, but it doesn't matter. No one's asking you to pay the guy who does Pierre's voice. It'll be hard to contact Kipsa. But giving him a random payment doesn't matter. It can't be that the players don't have any sound. It really can't be, because otherwise I would have produced it without sound from the start. No voice for TSUBASA, no one. But another thing, Dream Team, I'm going to compare it because it's the game that's out now. They all have voices, they all have animation, they all have the... You can't get rid of... Again, they can't pay for terrible memories. The original voice, a Japanese voice, whatever. Anything, but it should not be a copy of Takasugi, like Conti, like Torino, who has Takasugi's voice. Even Victorino has his voice. I mean, even Kishida has a voice. So, a new player, a complete player with a voice, with an introduction. You don't want to spend... This cannot be here, silent. This follows the Tiesno al Sonata. I mean, it's disrespectful, I'm really telling you. This is disrespectful. And I'm really sad because it's a great game. I'm telling you, I just tried playing the Dream Team again yesterday. I think graphically, Lays gives it the edge. Big time, especially because it goes for the anime system and not the manga. So I'm more of an anime person. Some may prefer the graphics of Dream Team, could be, but in the gameplay of 11-a-side pitch, the ability to use even manual controls to perform the skills that you can see makes it superior for me. But yes, Dream Team is superior in everything else, in the quality, in the shirts, in the voices, in the number of players, in the game modes. I mean, it's there, but graphically for me, Lays gives it a thrashing. So a game that had a lot of potential, that it's there, it's accumulating. Okay, let's go there. Complete Ina players, because if you don't, you can't. Okay, manual championship. People requested it on day 1. They said, let's put something manual in, whatever. What they gave us was training mode, a training match. It's fine because we do our own championship, but I shouldn't have to because the game isn't mine. Understand? I do it because people came together. They support the channel, they support me. So we play together, we create our own championship. And the first one was very good. The leagues are also good. I'll ask Cami to do something for the people in Chile. But this is a good training. So here directly Madrigal, just like training, but a championship that anyone can join. What could be a fantastic prize? T-shirts again, aesthetically speaking. What does Fortnite live on? Skins. In other words, we have to think more about this. This has been closed, he says. The Gemini Cup that was expected this month, today is already the 3rd of June. For them, June means nothing. There is nothing. Tomorrow, they might update and add the Gemini Cup, probably with the same modus operandi as the previous 2, Taurus and Aries, most likely the same. You probably have to complete the same subquests, use the same players, all of that. If you're going to have an Aries Cup, it'd be good to have one event per year per month, one event per year approximately. But if they do it like this, one event per month for Zodiac Cups, adjust it so people can switch teams, and the last one that appears, it can't be that the third day doesn't appear and the fifth day is the anniversary. They might surprise us on the fifth, and let's see, 6-month anniversary, that's it, and they'll all start throwing stuff at you. It's possible. I don't think so, but oh well, it's possible. Like I said, this is what I observed. There are lots of missing pieces, yes, but oh well. Review, formations, banner, new gold, new red, rehash, new gold, players with voices, fully fledged with presentation. If you don't create the presentation, a more humble presentation like Pierre's, okay, like Dean's, fantastic. Story mode, no doubt. Definitely jerseys, rewards, a store change, club championships, the ranking of clubs, full players, manual championships, and well, and I think that one card they would have to play would be their ace in the hole. It would be right now, not tomorrow, right now, surely before the day before yesterday to keep up to date. But not only the day, because you're going to exhaust it every day. Well, the day has to come. And at least with all of this that we just said, at least, because if I'm telling you here, without owning the game and without investing in the game, if you own the game, have the license and have the resources, do it. They're all things that won't cost that much if they're collecting $170,000 a month now. Well, that's why, let's remember expenses. Well, not so much presentation, fantastic, like Napoleon's, which was epic. Well, not so much presentation, fantastic. Well, so what should I do? I introduce it, I put vocals on it, that's it. Well, okay, how much can you give yourself? There are 3 voices, we recorded ourselves. If you want, no problem. I mean, no problem, it can be done. So a card would be, it would have been good for the 6th anniversary, launch it up to date with all these modifications, in addition to all the nerfs that the game needs, which we saw in the nerfs and buffs video. Zano needs a cooldown. Go see the video of the nerfs and buffs, and there it is complemented with this video. But well, they are extra ideas, and very important for the game to resume and people to play again, and new people come. Because if I make a stream or a video, or X content creator makes a video and he's telling you no, what's happening is that the game is dead, it's dying. Look, this meta has been for 2 months and people aren't going to want to join. Now if I tell you, look, the Diaz is coming and the Diaz is really broken, he has 5 dribbles, the acrobatic bicycle kick, the banana shot, I mean, people are going to get into it because they like the game. They like Captain Tsubasa, and because they're going to take advantage of the hype of those new players with all these new game modes that I'm telling you about. Not only Diaz is going to save the game, clearly not, he probably could save the game. All this that I'm telling you without any banners, without Diaz, he probably could save the game. All this that I'm telling you with a muted Diaz, probably yes. Now only one player, which is what we said long time ago, that the game is sustaining itself only from banners, and when the banners are like this, recycled from the bot, it obviously won't last much longer. Friends, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, follow us on our Instagram, on our Twitch. Thank you all for the support. Soon we'll see what happens with Captain Tsubasa, and Jump Assemble is coming. Also from Dina, unfortunately, so we'll be trying it, but not with much hope, and Saint Seiya Eternity, which in the end, the Chinese version comes out in September, and we'll see if someday it goes global. Because I repeat, I was playing Hunter x Hunter for a long time. Well, a long time. A month in the Asian version, which was also from Dina, graphically very good. And one day to the next, they closed the servers. So pay attention to that. If you have any other ideas, leave them here. I'll start researching how we can use AI to give this man an English voice. I'm gonna die laughing. Friends, these have been all the ideas to save the game. The card up my sleeve is Juan Diaz. I hope you liked it. Bye.